Let's
Wait, hold on.
go.
Are you?
You fucking piece of shit. Welcome everybody to the tip. Just a tip, obviously, and with me always, unfortunately, my co-host Shady.
Welcome.
This motherfucker, like I don't know if it'll pick up the first beginning part of this. And this motherfucker's like, hold up. I swear to God, man, I'm gonna throw you out a fucking window, actually.
I only did that on purpose just to give you a hard time, as it's fun when I give people a hard time, you know?
Yeah, he does that constantly, by the way, guys. It's not the first, second, third time. It's a constant thing. But I still love him, unfortunately. But
That's gay.
it is. You got a problem with it?
Maybe.
But I had mentioned throwing you out the window, and yesterday, the boy ended up buying Black Myth Wukong, right? So obviously he partied up. We were just talking, and somebody bust in through my door, my dad, saying, hey, you should call the cops because the lady downstairs is throwing kids out the fucking window. And I thought that was fucking bullshit for a second, right? Because who would in their right mind would be throwing kids out a window? And sure enough, this lady downstairs was just throwing these kids that were inside of the house, I guess. I guess the kid didn't have permission to have friends over. So her response was, let me throw these little shits out the fucking window. And as I go downstairs to basically investigate this shit, right, I acted like I was gonna go check something in the truck, and I see this lady just fucking slinging them out, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, what is wrong with people nowadays, man?
Some people just should not be parents.
Dude, I swear to God, this isn't even the first time. Like a couple weeks back, I would say like 2 weeks actually ago, when I was leaving for work, dude, there was two fucking squad cars blocking our fucking exit. Like, actually from us being able to back out. Because this lady was beating up her fucking husband or something, that they had to come in. Like, another neighbor had called the cops to come and investigate her and shit. Dude, people are fucking wildin', man.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, even just right now, I got an alert from a citizen that somebody got killed outside of Walmart or something like that.
Which Walmart?
The one right here on the one down the street from us.
No way.
Yeah, apparently somebody got killed or something like that. I don't know.
Holy
I don't know
shit,
what happened,
dude.
You know.
They're gonna have that shit blocked off. Fuck, dude, and I wanted some Whataburger.
Dude.
But aside from people getting killed and kids getting tossed out of windows, last podcast I had announced that I have my obsession with Fallout 76, right? Well, have you seen what's coming out of Los Alamos as of recently?
No, I have not. I don't really keep up with the Fallout stuff. As it's
Well,
never been...
this is kind of like it affects people who live in Los Alamos in that general area. You know, you've watched Oppenheimer, right? Not funny. Didn't laugh. Are you familiar with Los Alamos?
No.
You ever watch Oppenheimer?
No. I know who it is, but I know.
So, Los Alamos is the area where they performed the first nuclear test back in like the 1940s, 1930s, somewhere around there.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
obviously, all that testing, right, it had to have some effect on the area.
Of course.
It's radiation, it's all this.
Yeah, it makes sense for that to be.
So...
Is it still... I'm sorry,
yeah.
but is it still, like, full of radiation type stuff? Like, where is this place located at?
This is in New Mexico, so it's within the United States. And as of recently, right, there's been a couple people that have been pushing for the state of New Mexico to basically put up signage saying, hey, this area is contaminated, it has radiation, it has fallout, almost as strong as the plutonium that they use to make these bombs. So apparently now the surrounding area of where this happened is like the groundwater, all this other stuff has been contaminated with radioactive elements. And nowhere near the area, because it's like near a park or something like that, that surrounding area is affected, but they didn't think it was a wise idea for them to put up signs. So now they're pushing for that after this biochemist had found out and done all these tests saying, hey, this area is contaminated and it's as strong as Chernobyl, that area in Ukraine.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and by the sounds of that, do you know how long it'll take for these areas to basically clear up?
That's even if it clears up.
Well, for Chernobyl, they estimated 20,000 years from 1985.
Damn.
So 2,200 and something. It'll probably be, or not even close, honestly.
No, of course not.
Holy shit, dude, it'll be fucking far off.
When did this Chernobyl stuff happen? Like, when did this happen?
In 1985, I believe.
Okay, that's it's still fresh and new. You said 20,000 years?
20,000 years around there is around the time that it takes for that to completely, just be radiation free.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know if humans are gonna still be around by then.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because apparently the male chromosome is actually dying out.
Oh wow.
So
really?
even if we make it out of the earth and into like space and shit like that,
well, I did hear about that. That there are more females than males in the world. I did hear about that.
and I still can't get no bitches. That's wild, dog.
If any of the Asian are looking for
Preferably.
a handsome man, please contact the Just a Tip Pod 602 at
Jesus
yahoo.com.
Christ. Oh shit, that's funny. But yeah, that's kind of one of the things that I've noticed on the news as in relation to the Fallout games, and then another thing too. So you know how last podcast we were talking about starting a cult. If we were to start a cult, basically, we'd go off mythological creatures.
Right.
Did you know that right now there's a group focusing on basically, how do I say it? They're
Obama.
not Obama, probably
No.
Obama, but they're working on preserving, like basically, you know how we have all this nuclear waste buried?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, they want to see how they can communicate that to the future generations so they don't go digging. Because like we just stated, this radiation shit, it lives on for so long. It's wild.
So they don't want to.
Yeah.
They don't want to uncover it and have some shit happen. They'd rather just find a way to teach it to us, or the new generation, I guess.
Not us, but the generations that come after us.
That's what I just said.
No, you didn't. You said to
I
us.
said the new
You said
generation.
not to us. Or either way. So, obviously, historically, like, one of the symbols that count like a different type of like meaning is the skull and bones, right? Essentially, back then, that meant pirates and stuff like that. Now it means something else. It just means like complete danger.
It means bones.
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 They think that the radioactive symbol, I can't fucking speak today, man. That's embarrassing. Might end up getting a different meaning in the later on in the history of humanity and all that. It's gonna mean something completely different, right?
Yeah, I mean, it did change already, so I mean, it's bound to happen again.
Right. So one of the solutions that they have is to start a cult or a religion based around that symbol, and basically the goal of it is to preserve the knowledge of where we have all this nuclear waste buried. And one of the thoughts was like, let's start a religion around it.
Right.
Now, I know you don't have much knowledge about the Fallout series, but in Fallout, there's a cult called the Children of Adam, which they go around worshiping radiation and unexploded nuclear bombs. And that just made me remind of that too. Reminded me of it completely, man.
You know, there's a lot of lost bombs or something like that. I think that's what they call it. That never went off, but they never found. So they're like, where the fuck are they? So
you know, there was that
I think that's
incident. Oh, my bad. Continue on.
And I think that's pretty scary that they don't know. They can't track down these bombs.
Well, they could have just fallen into the hands of other fucking nations, you know?
Even then, like, who knows, you know? I feel like they just landed at sea and then they were just never found, so they're just sitting there. One day they'll be triggered, you know, and
Oh fuck, that'll be scary. What if they all just unironically like just land in the same spot and then they go off?
Interrupt you. I'm gonna go completely off topic.
Yeah.
Where are our manners? Ladies and gentlemen, we are officially on Spotify.
Oh shit, you're right. I forgot about that.
We are now on Spotify. The link will be in the description of this episode.
With Shady's editing.
Feel free to check out and let us know what you guys think. We are happy to announce Spotify.
Yeah, we wanted to do that, and it'll basically be the same thing. It's going to be a video platform still, even on Spotify. Thankfully, it let us do it that way too. Because like I said, later on, we're going to, if you go on Spotify, it's still the video format. But
nice.
You won't have to be constantly, you know, having a tab open or whatever. You can continue on doing your normal stuff. You could be at work listening to it, whatever you do. You can have us in your ear. I know that sounds unfortunate, but fuck it.
Who doesn't love Spotify, right?
Spotify is cool, dude.
Go check them out.
Yeah, definitely. I'll leave the link to everything in the description.
Yeah,
like
first
usual.
watch this episode and then go to Spotify.
One thing though, I think, because now that you mentioned it, I think I'm gonna try to go for an earlier upload on Spotify. And then stick to the Friday one on YouTube. That way we have like a little bit of an incentive to go check that out, you know?
Motive for people to go to Spotify. Yes, so instead of Friday, it will be Thursday uploads on Spotify for those that are eager and want to experience our episode sooner.
And also because I love the last episode so much, I could hardly wait. It felt like the days went by so slow until I uploaded it. Holy shit, I love the last episode so much. I had so much fun on it.
And I wish I can be uploaded every day, but you know.
Unfortunately, we can't have that schedule.
We gotta stick to a consistent scheduling. That's what people are gonna want to see. They're gonna love it. And as always, share it with friends, families, dealers, whatever you guys have.
Dealers? Go to your local car dealership, man, and be like, "Hey, yo, you listen to this?" They're gonna be like, "Sir."
Talking about car dealers. I'm talking about the other dealers.
Fuck it, any kind of dealer, man. Except the fentanyl dogs, man. Come on, we ain't fucking with that. We love every other drug except fentanyl.
Jesus.
So where were we? I lost the
going backtracking. You mentioned that I have recently grabbed Black Myth Wukong.
Yes.
So far, it's been extremely fun. I've had such a blast on it. It is difficult because as a man that plays more of like God of War, Infamous, Doom, like it's really different getting onto this Wukong game. It's really different.
Yeah, so
it's like more of Dark Souls, but that's something I've never played, you know? I never played the Dark Souls game or the Skyrims, you know?
Well, Skyrim isn't really in that category. I think you just mean like Soulsborne games. Believe me, you'll probably get attacked for comparing it to Skyrim, man.
Oh, okay, well, I apologize. See, I'm not into that.
Yeah.
But Black Myth Wukong has been such a blast. I'm having fun with it. Yeah, but it's not like the God of Wars, the Infamous, the Dooms, the Devil May Cries, you know. Those are a whole different league of its own, you know.
Actually, you brought up a Devil May Cry. Did you know that the developer recently, like a few days ago, left Capcom?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, after close to 30 years, what's his name? I don't know his name, but I know he ended up leaving Capcom. He was the genius behind the Devil May Cry series, Dragon Dogma, and a couple other ones. But apparently he left to go to another company, and they already have a couple games in production, which it'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
I would hope to see another Devil May Cry game soon, or sometime in the future. It would be fun.
But it probably would be. It would probably be different though.
Yeah, probably, but I have a lot of fun playing those games as well. while we wait for GTA 6, you know, because as soon as GTA 6 comes out, you know, everybody is gonna rush towards it.
Except
Even
me.
us. No, we are.
No, I'm not.
No, we are. We
No.
are.
Here's the thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will get him into it.
No, you won't. Here's the
Yes,
thing.
I will.
I have a little bit of a backstory. So this happened years ago, right?
I don't care.
Fuck you. This man told me, because I owed it to him, right? Obviously. He said, hey, why don't you get Red Dead 2? I wasn't that hyped for it, right? So I got Red Dead 2. At the time, I didn't appreciate the masterpiece that I was playing. I was skipping cutscenes. I was just trying to get through the game as fast as I could. And my dumbass didn't start paying attention to the story until the point where Arthur got tuberculosis.
Mm-hmm.
And I regretted it. Now I'm going back on my Steam Deck to actually play the game and pay attention. But fuck, man.
I had a teacher that went through the same thing.
Really?
And yeah, that he was just playing the game just to play. He wasn't really paying attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then about like halfway through it, that's when he was like, hey, I really went through this halfway through the story and I don't know what in the world I'm even doing. So he restarted the whole game.
Oh,
and this
fuck.
time paid attention to the whole thing. Keep in mind, Red Dead Redemption's about like 60 hours long. That game is huge, man.
I'm barely at the point where they leave the ice area, you know, at the very beginning, and then they go to what is it, Valentine? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Dude, that one. That game is so much fun. The details of it, the mysteries, the hidden stuff. It's awesome. I love it.
Ooh. Did you see I think you were the one that pointed it out to me, but that fucking that doctor that's in the woods or something like that has like a house you could go into and you see all his wicked creations.
Oh yeah. He
I
has
love
his
that.
beard pig thing with human body with wings. I don't know, but
For some weird reason I thought of Manhunt when I saw that.
oh, Pigsy. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
well,
dude.
It's the same devs, so
A little bit of a callback.
yeah.
You know what?
Wondering when
Yeah.
they're gonna make a new Midnight Club, Rockstar, please. I know it's not exactly you guys, but
They let it run out, man. Did you not see that whole thing? They let the license. Oh no, they renewed the license actually, right?
yeah.
Holy shit! I thought they let it go to an end. Never mind, they renewed it.
Imagine
I just
that
remembered.
one getting attention and not GTA 4. Weird.
Fuck, man. Midnight Club was so advanced for its time, man.
Oh yeah, I'm always gonna hate Rockstar for that, for the lack of attention to GTA 4.
We already talked about it on the first episode. If you guys want to see our thoughts about it, go back to the first episode, man. That was literally like a good chunk of the episode.
It was a rant. So if you guys want to understand more what we're talking about, go back to the first episode.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say something though. It was in relation to that of Manhunt. I know obviously now you can't really bring back those games, right? It's like too offensive or something.
yeah, or even remember that one game on Steam from like 2015, Hatred.
That's actually still on sale.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, it recently
that game is fucked up.
It recently went on sale, like I think like a couple months back for like $5 or $3.
Jesus, that game
dude.
is messed up, dude.
And if you go onto that Steam page and just scroll down to what they recommend that are games like that, you get a bunch of weird fucking things, man. I don't even want to go into that. That shit was weird.
Yeah, sad scene. But anyways,
You fuck.
yeah, that's a evil game that I don't suggest you guys go looking for. I won't even repeat the name, so.
Hatred.
No, not that one. I was talking about the other one, but
Oh.
yeah. It's
Extreme volleyball.
Controversial. Exactly. It's My Little Pony.
Bluey the video game.
Bluey the video game.
But yeah, dude, Rockstar, I'm honestly, here's the thing. I'm 50-50 when it comes to GTA. Like, I really want to play it. But then here's the thing. 2K hit me with the new Mafia game. I know GTA is going to overshadow it, but I just want to show some love to Hangar 13 and the 2K devs because Mafia is probably one of my most favorite game series of all time. It's basically the first one has a little bit of a cameo in the second one, which is so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so just to break it down for you, if you guys haven't played it, it's a spoiler warning. Go play it. So in the first one, you play as Tommy Angelo, a guy that goes from working a cab to driving these guys away from these other guys who were trying to kill him. You take them back to the neighborhood. This is in, like, I think their version of Chicago. I want to say Chicago because it looks similar to it. But
Right.
you drive these guys. They're already made guys. They already got their work done. And you drive them back to the neighborhood, and that's essentially your introduction into the mafia, and this guy starts getting a little bit of a taste for it, right? So the following day, he goes back, and he's doing his work, and these guys are like, hey, you're that cabbie that drove those one guys that we were trying to kill, right? And they start fucking him up, they start beating up his cab and all this other stuff, and he runs away into that same neighborhood where he dropped those guys off. And they're like, yo, you want problems with this cabbie? You're gonna have problems with us, and you don't want that. So these guys from the mafia that he drove that night saved his ass against these other guys. So they're like, what do you, like, they take him to the Don, and they're like, hey man, what do you want to do? We could pay you for your cab, but you have to pay us back. We'll loan you the money, essentially, which I just found crazy. It's like, he got into this whole mess because of you guys, and you're only gonna loan him the money? Come on now. And it turns out that this guy's like, nah, I want to get revenge for what they did to me and all this other stuff. Long story short, he joins the mafia, regrets it later on, and goes to the cops and snitches, right, for protection. So so he locks up all his friends that were in that crime world, and he moves over to Empire Bay, which is the setting of Mafia 2, where you follow Vito, who is a World War II vet turned into a made man by his childhood best friend, Joe. And towards the middle of the game, you have a contract to go kill Tommy Angelo. So you kill him, and Tommy Angelo already at this point is like an old man and shit like that, and you take him out. Because the Don that you locked up actually sent word to the commission in Empire Bay to kill this guy. So you guys take him out, and then it just continues on from that. And then eventually Vito actually leaves Empire Bay after a bunch of events and is in Mafia 3 as an underboss you can hire under Lincoln Clay for the Black Mob, which I just found pretty cool. And this new one is going to take you back to Sicily in the 1900s.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The lore is huge at this one.
Dude, it's basically the beginning of all of it. So I'm kind of interested to see who you play as, because these Mafia games have the history of tying you back to the previous character. But this is basically a prequel to all of these other ones.
If you notice, that's the thing. That's the thing with Rockstar. You know what I mean? It's wait, this isn't Rockstar, right?
In what regard?
They didn't make the Mafia games, right?
No.
Oh shit! What am I thinking about?
You're probably thinking about... Yeah, it would technically be Rockstar. They don't make the Mafia games, but they did do that thing where they did Red Dead 2 before Red Dead 1. And...
No. What I mean by is that with every game, there's always a new character. You know what I mean?
Obviously.
So, the fact that people... I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just don't understand that concept with Rockstar. Even back then, like Manhunt 1 was that Cash guy, Aaron Cash, I think that was his name. No? Am I thinking about someone else?
I think so.
I'm probably thinking about something else. And
no, I think you got it right.
I forgot his name. But in the second game, it was a whole new character. Okay, that's the second game, new character. Then you go to the GTA series. Every GTA game had its own protagonist. You know, San Andreas had CJ, GTA 3 had Claude, Vice City had
you were
Tommy.
right. Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, you're right. Manhunt 1, the main character was James Earl Cash.
Oh, James Earl Cash, Aaron Cash. I'm thinking about that Batman guy.
Oh, no, but you were right, technically.
Yeah, James Earl Cash. With what's it called? And then for GTA 4, it's Nico, and then GTA 5 is Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. So the fact that people are like at GTA saying, "Oh, we want Trevor, this and that," like you guys know that's not gonna happen. Like,
It's far off, man.
Not just because Stephen Ogg is not happy being Trevor anymore or being known as Trevor. Like, Rockstar doesn't do that. They've never done that.
Well, technically, the way that they go about it is if they've already been seen in a game, they can't come back in the next one. They kind of like sort of like silently kill them off.
Right.
So that was the case with because they all take place in their own universe, right? You got the 3D, you got the HD, you got which one was the one before that?
The 3D and then HD and it's a 2D, right?
I think so, something like that.
Because they had the overhead view.
Yeah, so the exception to this rule is you can be heard, but if you're seen, you're no longer canon in the next universe. So one of the big examples was Laszlo. He was a radio host in the GTA games up until this recent one of GTA 5.
Mm-hmm. He became a physical character.
He became a physical character. Therefore, in the next GTA, he can't really be canon if we're going off of that lore,
Exactly. See, that's what I mean, though. Like, well, wouldn't GTA 6 fall under the same category as the HD universe of GTA 5 and 4?
No. Well, actually, maybe, because technically GTA 5 is his first, where we see him.
Right.
And that was remastered to be in 4K, right?
Right.
And this next game is coming out in 4K. That would make him part of the HD and the 4K universe, technically.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But we're killing off the hope of seeing Nico. But this is where it gets weird, right? Because you can recruit Paki in GTA 5.
Exactly.
Right?
That's another thing for the heists.
Yeah, you can recruit Paki. But Paki is now part of that HD and 4K universe if we're talking about them when they did this remaster. So
then that's strange then, because it's still by Rockstar, but Red Dead, the first game, it's John Marston. The second game is Arthur, but once Arthur dies, you become John Marston.
So technically still making him canon in this 4K universe, but I don't think...
Still...
So is this technically still all part of the same GTA universe, or is it part of its own thing?
I feel like it has to be.
It kind of is in the regard that Epsilon, that cult-like thing that's in GTA 5, makes an appearance in Red Dead 2.
Exactly.
In the form of that baby with the birthmark on his face.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm. Francis something. I forgot his name.
Yeah, it's like a redheaded kid with like a birthmark on his face, and apparently they start off a whole like cult religion off of it. It's pretty weird. But now you're making me think, man. Holy shit. I hadn't considered that.
Because I was just thinking about all that, and it's like it's starting to... It makes sense, but at the same time, it does not make sense,
It contradicts itself pretty big, man. It's like a pretty big contradiction.
Bad. Exactly.
Because thinking of it, right, because Paki is the thing where I'm like, that's where it contradicts, because we're bringing Paki from HD to 4K, but he has ties to Nico that's still in the HD universe, so what happens to that?
Then that means Nico would technically be able to come into the GTA 5?
GTA 5 and GTA 6.
That's strange. We'll have to see with GTA 6 and what the references are and who gets mentioned,
Man, you got me thinking, man. Holy shit.
It makes me hyped for that game.
Honestly, yeah, dude. But speaking of yeah.
Kind of switching topics. What do you think about the new PS5 Pro that was revealed, I guess you could say?
On one regard, I feel cheated, because they said that they weren't going to really do that, and that the PS5 that we have right now was able to do 8K, 4K, and all that shit. Mm-hmm. And now they slowly went removing that, like saying, hey, you can't do 8K on this one. So, what for the people that do have access to an 8K TV, right? Expensive as they are, but there's people that have access to it. They went into it thinking, hey, my PlayStation can handle this, and now it turns out it can't. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
see, that's what I'm just not understanding, you know. But I mean, I guess, you know.
Out of
Um,
curiosity, your PS4, PS5, is it one of the newer ones or the older ones?
I don't know.
Cause you could tell by the box. I got the one of the first ones that came out. I bought it off of a guy on OfferUp. Funny story. Let me sidetrack real quick. So when I had started working on my own, right? I didn't have taxes taken out. I pay taxes at the end of the year, but that's different. Um,
Hmm.
I went to the store and they're like, we ain't got PS5s, they're sold out. Like the moment, like this was at the time where you had to make the reservation in order to buy them, or you had to wait in a line online to get access to buy them. You remember that time?
Yeah, right.
So I went on to OfferUp, or I think Facebook or something like that, the marketplace, and I looked at PS5, all that, and I saw this guy that was selling them, but he was selling them for $700, and it was just the PS5.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll take it off of you. I'll give you 720 if you meet me at this location. I think it was a Starbucks off of Bethany Home or something. I don't remember the exact location. And I went,
Yeah.
and my dad went with me to make sure that we weren't gonna get scammed. And he told me open it up, and I like half-ass did it. All right, like I only opened it up. He's like, go ahead, do it. He was confident. I could have been sold a fucking like a pile of bricks or something like
Hmm.
that because I only half-assed opened it. I only saw like the paper, like the plastic that came with it. I went
Yeah.
home and I took out the controller, and it felt so light, so cheap for some weird reason. I felt like it felt cheap, and I'm like, oh no, I just got fucking scammed, dude. Like that coldness ran down my back so bad, dude, that I'm like, I just got fucking scammed. And my little brother was looking at me, and I just felt way too fucking ashamed to be like, I got scammed. And I keep on taking it out. The PS5 is in there, right? It looked clean, it looked nice, and I plugged it in, and it didn't turn on. And I'm like,
Oh my
oh
god.
fuck. I wanted to
Yeah, for
fucking
me,
cry, man, but it was because the cord wasn't plugged in all the way, and then I booted it up, and everything worked fine.
yeah, I mean, for me, it was a guy was selling it on Facebook Marketplace, and I couldn't get any videos of him testing it or opening it because it was brand new packaged up, and he didn't want to open it. You know,
Right.
that thing had the PlayStation seal, you know? So I was like,
Oh.
okay, this guy might be legit, you know? So I went over to check it out, and I weighed it, and yeah, it was pretty good. Well, I ended up paying the money, and now, what is it, 2 years later? I'm enjoying the PS5, you know? It's fun. I might get the PS5 Pro, I'm not sure. I mean, we will see. Maybe I will, because I do
I might do
prefer
the
it
same.
black.
Oh, it's gonna be a different color.
I think it's black.
Ooh, I might end up doing that because right
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
if I could show you guys my setup, it's pretty different. So I have it looks pretty nice, right? It's like a little media stand, my TV, but the
Hmm.
PS5 is the odd one out because it's the brightest one. Like next to it, I have my PS2. You don't even notice it. Next to that is my Steam Deck, and you don't even notice it. It's just the one thing that stands out, and then the Xbox that's underneath, you don't even notice it. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
the PS5 is just huge, you know.
but
That's one thing. When I first saw the PS5, I'm like,
mhm.
fucking thing is massive. Like, Jesus.
Did you ever notice? Here's the thing. I'm cool with them releasing a PS5 Pro, but I need them to fix a lot of things that they neglect. So first of
Hmm.
all, is the controller. The controller gets stick drift way too easy. Like I've gone through 5 controllers in the lifespan of this PS5, and when did it come out? Like 2020?
Um, I never.
Was it
I've only
2020?
just. I think so. Yeah. For me, I only have two controllers. It's a purple one and a white one. I used to have the God of War one that I got for free.
We should bring that up in a bit. So it came out November 12th of 2020. So I got it 2021.
I think mine was 2022,
So like a year
I
after.
believe. Yeah.
So in the time that I've had it, I've gone through the original white one that it came with, the another white one. This was before they started releasing them in like colors and all that. I went through a
Right.
black one, a red one, a maroon one. Right now I'm on a blue. Or no, I went through a camo one, and then right now I'm on a blue one and a silver one. So that's 8 controllers in the span of the time that I've had it. And the reason they go out is because of the goddamn stick drift. Like literally, I have them all with me. I can test every single one of them, and all of them have stick drift. And that's why I've been hesitant to buy like the expensive controller, because of that problem. I don't want to spend $200 and have to deal with stick drift still, you know?
Right.
Let
See, for
alone,
me, I'm
yeah.
still using the white one, and it's been working fine.
Yeah,
And
you're the
eventually, if
lucky
it
one.
does go out, I have a purple one. It just sits there. I haven't used it, but it just sits there. But I just stick to the white one. Maybe I'll buy another one, or maybe I'll just wait for the PS5 Pro. And I'm sure these controllers are gonna work with it.
Oh yeah.
So I mean that's more controllers at the ready. But it's fun. They work fine, at least for me. I haven't had an issue with these controllers.
You're so lucky, dude, because oh my, I don't know what it is, dude. I keep my stuff clean, and I don't play with these controllers with dirty hands. I don't like that.
Right.
Uh,
Or like eating and then grabbing the controller, like it's a little,
no.
you get the grease on it. I don't
Here's the
like all
cool
that
thing,
stuff.
though. Here's the cool thing, though. My TV is a Sony TV, right? I got an amazing deal at Costco. These TVs usually go for 2,600. I got mine for like less than that. I think I got it for like 16. So quite a like a decent
It's a huge discount.
Oh
pretty
yeah.
much. Yeah,
And
definitely.
these TVs are still going for 2,600. So I got a Sony TV, the PlayStation Sony, and the cool thing that I love about it is that my TV instantly recognizes, say, hey, we noticed that you're playing the PS5 on HDMI 2. Switch it over to HDMI 4 and you'll get a better experience. And I did. And now I'm able to control everything with my controller and stuff like that. Like the controller that came with the TV. I'm able to control stuff like the media, choosing games and all that. So I do, like if I decide to watch YouTube while I'm on the PS5, I'll just use my controller because it'll work just the same and I don't have to get the other controller dirty.
Oh, okay. That's perfect.
Oh yeah, it's fucking clean.
Yeah, I just have a regular TV. Like it's good. It's good quality. I just
Here's the
you know.
thing. I love my TV, but I regret it on the fact that I couldn't get an LG one. The LG
Oh.
C2s or the C3s, I think, were on sale like a couple months back for like, was it like a 6? Because I have a 60-inch one, right? 65-inch. And
Right.
the 65 inches were going for 1,400, and they usually go for like close to like 26, the same price that I got this one for.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, God damn it, dude.
Could have had it, man.
I could have had it, but then here's the problem. What do I do with this TV?
Yeah, that's true. You could have given it to me.
No. Fuck no, dude. You know how fucking... Dude, how the fuck would you have moved this TV? It's literally, like, it's
Yeah, I
so
don't know.
thin, you have nowhere to grab it from.
And you can't grab it from the screen because you'll mess it up.
No, you'll fucking crack it. Like,
Exactly.
your TV... I don't know how the fuck you got it mounted. You should show me. That shit looks so clean. I was over last time and I noticed that it was mounted. And I'm like, dude, that looks so fucking cool. But...
It was pretty hard to set it up, but thank God I was able to do it.
Dude, you should show me
know.
how the fuck you do it, because that looks so fucking cool. I want to have that. What was it called? Dude, when we moved from my last place to this one, I was so scared for this TV because my dad, when he moves shit, he doesn't give a fuck. So I was in the back of the pickup truck, not in the back seat, but in the bed of the truck, holding on to my parents' TV, my TV, and you know what they did to protect the TV?
You threw a blanket over it?
Yup.
The typical way to protect a TV. I second that. I would have done the same thing.
Oh my god, and I'm in the back holding them, and my dad's taking these white ass turns because he doesn't care, and I'm over there
Oh my
fucking
God.
sliding with the TVs, and holy shit, dude, my hands were fucking sweating at the end of that. And then everybody in traffic was looking at me and pointing at me saying, hey, you can't do that. And I'm like, hey, I don't give a shit. Oh my god, dude.
Well, at least it worked,
It worked. I was happy
you
about
protected
it.
it with your life.
Honestly, I did.
Had a couple bruises, but you were alright.
No, the TVs came out perfectly fine. I'm lucky about that. The thing about it, though, is that one of my cousins moved a Funko collection that I had that was worth probably a good like $1,000, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker threw them down and crushed a shit ton of my boxes. And
Oh
with that, he
man.
took one of my Neon Genesis Evangelion pops, which was
Mm-hmm.
worth $200, and he fucked up the box.
Jesus Christ.
I was
See, this is
so
why I don't
pissed,
buy
man.
Funko Pops, because I feel like I'm not that good at protecting stuff like that, you know? I'm
Yeah,
not saying I'm like a messy person either. I don't know. I got nowhere to put them, you know, and it's like,
yeah, same here,
those
dude.
things.
I have them in my closet, but my room is so fucking small that I can't really display them off the way I would want to.
Right.
But I think I might
I
end
could
up
have.
switching over to another room.
I could have put them in the closet, but I have the missus here who has like fucking 30 pairs of shoes with nowhere to put them, so
Throw them out.
that's where they went, you know. No, no, dude, there's some Jordans that
Throw them out.
they're clean, man. They're
Throw them
clean.
out.
But me personally, I'm an Air Max guy. Always have been.
Same. Wait, actually, is it
And
Air Max? Which
yeah,
are the
or at
ones
least
that
for me
look
to
like
see.
boots?
Oh, I don't know, but the ones I like is the Air Max 90s. Those are my all-time favorites.
They're Air
The
Force.
fact
Never
that
mind. I think.
the fact
I
that
don't know shoes.
Nike has an app where they let you customize your own and
That's
make your
clean.
own. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so many pairs of shoes, man.
Wait, they let you customize your own?
Yeah, well, they'll give you like a layout of the shoe, and then you can put whatever color you want on it.
Oh, but you can't put designs on them, can you?
It's very limited. Very limited.
Like, I mean, like import like an image and put it.
I don't think so.
Ah, because I would definitely get a pair of shoes that has the name of the podcast and like a picture of it, and
Oh,
just
dude,
walk around with them, dude. That'd be so cool.
that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
that's
are like sneakerheads or whatever the fuck they call them, shoe heads, whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
I could care less about the pair of shoes that I wear. Like my work shoes are my gym shoes, and it's like a pair of Skechers that don't have laces. So I literally just come back from work, shower, and I'm out to the gym. And
Mhm.
same shoes, dude, and they're so comfortable. I have a pair of I have like a couple shoes, I think they're Air Forces or Air Max. I don't know. They just look like boots, and they look
Right.
really clean. And I love those shoes, and I try to protect them, but eventually I do end up fucking up. Like I got a pair of the ones that look like Tim's, like they literally look like Timberlands. They're wheat colored and everything,
Mhm.
and I took them out when it was wet outside, and now there's
Uh-oh.
like a huge fucking black mark on it, and I'm very OCD, so now I just keep them in the box so I don't have to look at them.
So you don't gotta look at them again.
Yeah, I'll still take them out though, dude. They bring an outfit together. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. They look clean as fuck, but I don't really spend money on shoes like that. Clothes, like actual clothes though, that's a different story. Still not a lot, but if it looks fire, dude, I'll get it.
Right.
But
Same here, you know.
yeah, dude, I don't know. You did mention that you had that one serial killer shirt, which I haven't seen. I actually do want to see.
Which one?
You said you had a shirt with serial killers on them?
No, it was mythical creatures.
Mythical creatures, that's what it was. My bad. Same shit, you know.
Yeah, there you go. That's all right.
So
No, but yeah, mythical creatures. What's it called? Yeah, I had a bunch of them on there. It's pretty badass. I like it a lot, you know.
mythical creatures though. Would you add my boy Wukong onto that by chance? Cause you know we have a little issue to settle.
Your boy gonna get fucked up.
No, he's not. All right, so me and him were debating a few days ago, right? Not really debating because I know I'm gonna win.
No, you're not.
He thinks that my boy Wukong can't beat who?
Kratos.
Are you gonna go with Kratos?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I'm gonna go with Kratos.
Ooh, fuck. All right then. So
Cause I told him, I was like, see, I have these other guys in mind, but I feel like those guys would have just been overkill. So I was like, I'll even it out for him.
no,
you
the
know.
fuck they won't. He was gonna give me some guy from a game called Infamous.
I was not gonna throw you Delson.
I thought that was gonna trigger you a bit, but it didn't.
You dick. That's not how you pronounce it.
He was gonna give me a character from Infamous, and I'm like, dude, he's gonna fucking squash that boy. And then he was gonna go with the Doomslayer, and I'm like, bro, your man's gonna get fucking smushed, bruh. There's no chance.
Well, Doomslayer, I feel like could have stood up well. I was gonna say Dante from Devil May Cry, but who knows? But Kratos is a guarantee to win. It's a dub with Kratos.
Alright, so if we're going off with strength, how much can this man lift?
Kratos is as strong as he needs to be.
So Wukong isn't that strong, but this motherfucker can lift up 17,000 pounds, and that's just his staff alone. His staff weighs 17,000 pounds. What you got against that, man? Come on.
I think Kratos can lift it with his fingers.
I fucking doubt it. What about speed?
Yeah, you know Kratos has the boots of Hermes, right? Which is
Still? We're talking about current Kratos. What are we doing here?
All-time Kratos.
Oh, you fucking dick. So,
see,
yeah.
With Kratos is he has I guess he's light speed, you know? Or faster than that. He's been proven to move faster than that.
So this man could go to China then, try to fight my boy in real life then, but he doesn't. He decided to go flee to fucking, what is it?
To some Nordic Norse mythology.
Yeah, this man got his shit. No, he didn't.
The thing is, with these gods, is you gotta understand, as Kratos gets older, you guys may think that he gets weaker. No, it's opposite of that. He gets stronger.
That's wild. But not as wild as the fact that my boy Wukong, with one single jump, can travel 35,000 miles. One jump.
That's cool.
Dog, you ain't gonna catch him. I don't give a shit whose boots you have on, dog. He can just dodge you with one fucking jump.
Oh, okay, so we running away then. Okay. So the thing with Kratos is, you gotta understand, this guy, how do I say it? Like, okay, the current Kratos can beat his older self, his younger self, I guess. He can defeat him. He's much more powerful and stronger. Yeah. And if you guys may think, oh, but he got killed by Thor, you gotta understand, this guy was holding back the whole time.
He got killed by Thor?
The whole game, it's about him holding back. Because what does Thor do? He revives him and then says, holds him about to hit him again, and he says, your bold father has plans for him. And Kratos says, alright, you know what? Fuck you then. So he just quickly knocks him off, and then he hits him with the real fucking blow, like of his strength. And Thor said, alright, fuck, that's it. He took out his tooth because he knocked out his tooth. He's like, alright, there he is. And then he dipped.
So I have a similar story though. Here's the thing. In this case, because you're going off a little bit of backstory, and I haven't really mentioned anything from my boy Wukong, right? This man is the king of the monkeys, right? And and fucking there was at one point that the demon of havoc took over his cave, and the rest of his homies were like, yo, this motherfucker came in, evicted us out of his cave, or out of our home. What do we do? This motherfucker said, alright, wait here, I'll be right back. He travels through this fucking waterfall that's strong as shit, like nothing. Goes, says, yo, you took over my fucking house, dog. You're gonna have to pay for that shit. So he starts plucking out his fucking hairs. He starts eating them, making them into split ends. And then when this demon king or this demon guy is like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck you up, he goes, spits them out, and spawns all these little monkey clones. And those monkeys start fucking up the demon. Like, they start scratching them, they start biting them. He starts fucking them up. And then he comes back out of that cave victorious, saying, look at this motherfucker, bro. Look at this weak ass motherfucker, bro. He couldn't even defend against the monkeys.
Right. See, that's cool, you know, Sun Wukong. And I'm not saying Sun Wukong's a weak character. I think he's a fucking badass.
I'm not saying that
strong badass.
Let's just get the record clear here. I'm not saying that Kratos is weak. We're just trying to compare
the thing is,
who would come out.
We're fans of these both characters. We love these characters. Yeah, dude. But Rager says Sun Wukong. I say Kratos.
Oh,
The
all
thing
day.
is, the thing is, I've always been a Kratos guy, saying he'll fuck up everyone. Because, I mean, this man has a degree of immortality. He can recover from severe injuries and regenerate from fatal wounds. He
And
can
my boy
regenerate.
Wukong is immortal 7 times over.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's kind of like they're broken, these characters, in their own way, you know? And it's like Kratos is holding back all this strength, but he knows he's stronger. He's physically stronger. He's a son of Zeus. They're known to be stronger as they get older.
And my boy Wukong, he essentially was sent down from the heavens as a rock, right? Like he was a rock, and then he started shaping himself. Like he came in an egg that was made out of stone. He got cracked, and then a monkey showed up, right? Like a stone monkey. And people were like, what the fuck is this dude? And he started moving around and stuff like that. And by time he started growing fur, eventually he grew skin. So the stone monkey went to looking like a real monkey, to the point where he was indistinguishable to the rest of them. And then he said, hey, I wonder if it's possible to cheat death, because I love my people so much that I don't ever want to be departed from them again. I'm gonna go see if I could become immortal, right? So he seeked training from this monk in some mountain stuff or like that. He was like in the mountaintop or something, and he tried to learn to become immortal, but his master was like, dude, I won't teach you that. What the fuck? You crazy. So as he said that, the master's like, you know what? You pissed me off so much. I'm just gonna end class. We'll come back tomorrow. But he threw him a hand signal, like he basically threw up the number 3 to him, right? As he had his hands behind his back, and Wukong's like, oh shit, he's gonna teach me something. So the master goes back into his chambers and all that. Nighttime comes. The rest of the disciples are asleep except for Wukong. At that time, he didn't have a name. He was just a monkey. And he goes to his master's bedroom and he wakes him up. He's like, hey, I'm here to take you up on that offer that you're going to teach me how to become immortal. He's like, oh, so you did recognize the hand signals. Very, very smart of you. And that, from his master, is where he got the name Sun Wukong.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So eventually, he starts training under him and all this other stuff. Fast forward to a couple years, like I think it was like 5 years or 10 years after the fact, after he had saw that like hand signal from his master, he gets kicked out before he learns the real key to becoming immortal, because he was showing off in front of the other students. Keep in mind that Sun Wukong wasn't supposed to do that, because the other students were there to learn philosophy, arts, or something like that. Wukong was the only one that was learning to become immortal, and the master did not want to show that to the other students, because they would have been like, what the fuck, you're showing this guy how to live forever and not us? You have the keys and you don't want to show us?
Right.
So he kicked them out and said, you're being way too prideful, you're showcasing your abilities. I don't want you to do that. So he kicked them out, and he headed back to the village with his people, and that's where he ended up kicking the Demon of Havoc's ass to get their home back.
Right. And the thing is, with going back to Kratos, is his weapons also make him a lot stronger. Like, yeah, I did notice that Sun Wukong can pretty much make his weapon like, what is his staff or something like that? Like, he can, what can he do with it? Can he like transform it or something like that?
Well, during the time that he was training with his master, right? I think I have the name of the master somewhere in here. He had like a really weird name, but I just don't. I guess I didn't write it down. But basically, the staff that he has, it doesn't give him the ability to do anything besides it just being a weapon. The story goes, he originally had the Demon of Havoc's weapon, which was a sword, but it was way too big for him and it made him look dumb. Like, I guess he just didn't like it. So he went to the the Dragon King, and that's where he ended up getting that staff. He tricked the Dragon King because the Dragon King's like, hey, you're a false immortal. You're not really worthy of these weapons. But since you followed me undersea like it was nothing, I'll let you have this staff. But that's kind of like the lore of his weapon. The transformations come from his training with the master. He's got like 72 forms, I think. He can turn into 72 different things.
Okay. And I mean, the thing is with those kind of weapons are pretty much broken, man. Like, seriously, but it's a little tough to decide on it, but
well, I've described the weapon my guy has. You didn't really give a clear description on what Kratos is wielding.
So the thing about his main weapons, yes, I know in the new ones it's the Leviathan axe, but it's normally been his blades of chaos. Those blades are welded onto him, onto his arms. They were given to him by Ares, the god of war, as a way to make him serve the gods. Those weapons, they're, I guess, how do you say, like magical fire it has, that even in the realm of Helheim, of what's it called, of the Norse mythology, fire could not exist there. But Kratos went in there with the blades of chaos and just started lighting everything up. His blades were able to create fire in that realm that supposedly fire cannot exist.
I actually didn't know that. I thought he just didn't take them in there.
His blades, no, he needed them. Otherwise, his axe was useless in there. So his blades were the useful one. And I'm not saying his axe is weak. That thing is really strong as well. That thing was able to go toe to toe with Thor's hammer.
That's
the reason why it was made, was to fight Thor's hammer. That axe is extremely strong. But even then, like, some will say, well, Kratos couldn't even lift a hammer. Well, I mean, he wasn't even trying, I'll tell you that. The thing is, in the last battle that they had, Kratos threw in, one of the blades at the hammer, and then he swiped it off the hands of Thor, swung that shit around, and threw it right back at him. I was like, with one of the blades, one arm, it's like, I thought he couldn't lift the shit, I thought he couldn't move it. But yeah, he's over here just swinging that thing around back at him.
Now, here's the thing. This is where I feel I'm losing the argument. And, like, try to keep up with me here, alright? So, essentially, here's the thing. From what they say, what is Thor's hammer made out of again? Do you know?
The material? Like the metal? I don't know exactly. But all I know is that only he can lift it. Because lore-wise, that thing is super heavy, and Thor only has the strength to lift it.
Could we go off of what the MCU says it's made out of?
I think it's different.
It's different because I kind of wanted to like compare it a little bit, because this is where, if we were to go off the MCU description, right, it's a dying star, right? It's made from a dying star. That is over 1 trillion pounds of like fucking weight that he's wielding in that hammer. That's where I'm starting to.
Which hammer are we talking about here?
Thor's hammer from the MCU.
MCU. Okay, so we'll go with that. Okay, so you're telling me that I'll have to show you the clip where Kratos grabs his hammer. Well, with his blade, he grabs the hammer and then just swings that shit around and throws it back at him. But I think the thing is with Thor is he needed a belt of strength to be able to carry that hammer, because it's so heavy.
So there's multiple answers, and I'm here just going off of it, right? Because they're not really giving me an exact answer. It's going off of like, oh, it weighs 42 pounds.
No, see, the thing is, that thing, let's say that, okay, and going back to Kratos' strength, okay, what is Sun Wukong's full strength? Do we know?
His full strength, not really, because it just goes off of his strength being that he is immortal, and the fact that he can lift up that 17,000 pound staff.
And it's not really. Swings that shit around like nothing.
It swings around like nothing, but they're not giving us an exact weight, what could he do?
Yeah, and the thing is, same thing with Kratos is that when you try to measure his strength, it's boundless, meaning he has infinite strengths. His strength is what he needs it to be.
Now, here's the thing where it gets twisted, because I'm the one that's responsible for bringing out the outside references and stuff. But Sun Wukong did inspire Goku,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah.
Goku does rise up to almost every single power level just by training.
And I feel like someone could whoop his ass.
Now, one part that I did leave out, right? Because you did mention his accomplishments of fighting and everything, right? For Kratos, he's fought in gods from Greek mythology, Norse mythology. Well, in the Chinese mythology for Wukong, because it is Chinese,
Yeah.
he he got the opportunity, right? To who was it that he fought? He okay. So the way that he gets introduced to the Jade Emperor, right, is he became immortal after 342 years of living, right? The merchants of death came to pick him up in his dream because he was way too strong for them to come and get him like while he was awake or whatever. So they waited till he wasn't dreaming. They came and got him, and they were basically just gonna choke him out to death, right? Like they had a rope around his neck. They were gonna kill him. Well, in that he noticed that behind his ear he had his staff, right? And he waited for them to basically the merchants of death to turn around, pulled out his staff, he knocked him out, he got him, and then he went around the world of death exploring and stuff. When he came across the judges saying, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing here, man? You don't have the right to explore this land of darkness. What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I'm here to find the guy who's responsible for sending these merchants of death. They didn't have the right to kill me because I'm immortal." And they're like, "You were supposed to die. We have your name here on this book of death. See, 342 years worth of living, you were going to come to a peaceful end and die, reincarnate as something else." He's like, "No, give me that book real quick and a brush." So he brushed out his name, and essentially that's how he became immortal the second time around, I think. Something like that. So, as he does that, the judges of death didn't do anything to stop him. So he walks out the gate of where this is at, and he falls down a cliff, wakes up on the mountain that he was asleep, now immortal again, right? So they go to the Jade Emperor, and they're like, "Hey, man, I tried to kill him, but he just took a brush. He threatened us. He took a brush, brushed out his name, and he's still immortal." And the Jade Emperor was like, "Okay, so what do you want me to do about it?" He's like, "Could you take care of it?" He's like, "No, this guy's got potential a little bit. If he can learn to be, what is it like? If he can learn responsibility, he can learn humility, and not be so prideful. Send word to him that I want him to work for me." And so they send word to him. He goes and works for the Jade Emperor as basically somebody who takes care of the horses. He thought it was going to be an important role, but it wasn't. It was basically just a glorified stable boy. He just took care of the horses, fed them, picked up their shit and all that. He got pissed. So 10 years later, on the 10th anniversary, his village starts celebrating the anniversary of him getting sent to heaven, because that's where the Jade Emperor is. And they see all these comets or whatever just come on down, just lights in the sky crashing down to Earth. On one of them, Wukong came flying down on his cloud, drunk as fuck, saying, "I'm not gonna work for that dude. I'm just gonna be a sage here on Earth because this guy was treating me like shit." Turns out this guy burnt down the house of Lao Tzu, which is basically the founder of Taoism, so technically a religion. And after that, he burned down his house while he was in heaven, and all these gods basically sent planets at him, sent an army. You remember the opening scene in Wukong? It was that.
Game?
Yeah, the game. That is what happened to him after he burnt down Lao Tzu's house.
Jesus
All those gods
Christ.
standing around him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the fight that he had with Erlong. Yup, that was all because he burnt down the house while he was in heaven.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy is just crazy. But I mean, and one thing that I know it's gonna sound corny, but it's a real power, I guess, that fulfilled Kratos and
The power of friendship.
no, Kratos unlocked the power of hope.
That's gayer than the power of friendship.
Huh?
That's gayer than the power of friendship.
No. The thing is, he got Pandora's box and he opened it and released all the evils into the world. But he also released another power that went into him, and that's the power of hope. So once he attained that power, any god or anything multiversal that came near him could not defeat him, because that power of hope influenced him. It's basically the Phoenix Force, kind of, but
holy shit,
it influences everything. The power of hope. That's what makes Kratos immortal and super powerful, and his strength is limitless. His full strength is not known, because his strength is he only uses what he needs to. But I don't know, man. This is all just crazy shit,
We just kind of wanted to have fun with this a little bit and just bring out like these guys' strengths.
Yeah, let me know what you guys think.
God,
who would win in a one-on-one fight?
I feel like if
everything at each other.
I feel like if Sun Wukong's out here taking planets out, dude, Kratos is gonna get smashed easily, man.
And I mean, you also gotta understand, Kratos has the rage.
That is true. But so does Sun Wukong, dog. He's got that Chinese rage, dude. Gonna piss in your Coke, man.
This has been fun. This has been pretty fun. We're not hating on any of the characters. We're big fans of both of them. Well, I recently became a fan of Wukong, so. But yeah,
and I had to stand my ground when it came to the weeb shit, man.
Yeah, man. But for me, it's always been Kratos. But this has been really fun.
I kind of want to make it a segment at least once a podcast, or every once in a podcast. We have a little debate. What I was thinking about
too. Like every few podcasts, we're gonna have another debate on like certain characters. Like,
I was thinking serial killers versus serial killers. Since we're both into that true crime shit.
I would be down for that.
That would be an interesting one. What the fuck? You won't be mine already. I don't even have one in mind, dude. Who the fuck are you thinking about? Dahmer?
Hitler.
Oh my god, dude. Way to fuck us up, dude. What is this, our 4th episode?
Yeah.
Is this? Yeah, 4 episodes in and we're already canceled, everybody. Nice.
No, but...
Speed run.
A speed run. Definitely, I want to be doing that, But I think of everyone that could have won from this battle today, Kirby. Easily.
I'm gonna suck you off.
He'll suck both of them off, and that's it. That's it. He takes their power.
Yeah, so that's the thing about it. And then the other thing that I did leave out is that event that happened to Wukong in the game is sort of true to the lore, except he doesn't just get left in that stone on top. He gets buried deep into the crust of the earth almost.
Oh shit.
Because Buddha punished him. Because he was being way too cocky. He's like, until I let you out, man, you're gonna be stuck down there. And he did it so fucked up that he left his spear almost within like reach of him. Think of like you're trying to reach for something and you're almost there, you just need to move a little bit. But Buddha like encased him in that stone to the point where he can't move, and that spear is just within the tip of his fingers, but he just can't reach it.
Jeez, that's fucked up.
Yep, so he couldn't break himself out. At this point. Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
fuck.
Wukong did the same thing. He pissed on Buddha's hand.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, because he's like, you know what? I'll let you take the Jade Emperor's spot if you could escape the palm of my hand. And when he thought he had done it, he pissed on one of the pillars, which ended up being Buddha's finger. He never escaped the hand. So, yeah.
Jesus.
Now,
Sun Wukong.
Let me ask you something right before we end the pod.
Right.
what other Nordic gods does Kratos have to beat? Or which ones do you think they'll give him?
Like to defeat, and because I mean,
Yeah.
like the next, if they make another game, it's not gonna be in the Norse no more.
Do you think they'll switch over to the Chinese one? Because it would be fun to see this matchup happen.
Yeah, maybe they might be able to. He might go to. I'm thinking Egyptian. That's what I'm thinking, but they could do Chinese.
They could do Chinese, because, like, what do we got? Anubis, dog?
Yeah.
Shit, dude, an easy matchup due to Michael Vick.
Oh my god.
I said that yesterday. It took a minute.
Jesus.
Anubis versus Mike Vick. If you guys don't know, you guys might want to just look that up, followed by dog. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, but he might go to the Egyptian, but that would be awesome if we went to the Chinese mythology.
There's a lot of gods, dude. That would be crazy as fuck to see him go up against Buddha or something.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be wild.
I don't think so. Because Sun Wukong cannot beat Buddha.
He tried to, but he didn't get very far.
Buddha is too powerful. I don't think Kratos would be able to beat Buddha. Or if he does, that's crazy. That would just mean that Kratos is stronger than Sun Wukong.
I mean, dude, Buddha is like insane. It's just insane. It was just an insult that he got his finger pissed on.
I know.
He didn't give a shit, dude. He's like, you're just gonna go deep in the crust. Yeah, dude, and the fact that Wukong, like, he brought his finger that he got pissed on, he brought it to Wukong. He's like, what the fuck is that smell? It was his piss.
Oh my god. That's funny. That's awesome.
Fuck, dude. So what do you think of this episode now?
I thought it was great, definitely. Just keep at it, we're having fun with it. Every episode we're trying to make it better. Eventually we will have cameras for all this stuff.
Oh yeah. But yeah, like I said, we'll try to get these episodes, the one starting now, if I can. I will definitely get them out to you guys sooner on Spotify, and then we'll stick to our Friday schedule on YouTube. So
check out the Spotify, please.
Yes. Let's try to get it up to 100, You already got that on YouTube, man.
And then beyond that.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, we'll try to get them uploaded sooner on Spotify. Anything else you want to leave these fine people with?
No, that's pretty much all. I guess just go to Spotify.
And, yeah, and shout out to our friends who have been sharing this, man.
Yes, thank you, Alice.
Alice, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and hopefully you hear this towards the end. We should have said it at the beginning, but
I know.
Shout out to our one of our good friends, Alice. Another one that I want to shout out is our good friend Slit Wrist Chris. The reason that we call him that is beyond us, but Slit Wrist Chris.
We won't go into detail why, but
yeah.
Shout out to these people and the other Chris.
Fuck the other Chris, dude. That motherfucker's sleeping until like 3 in the afternoon,
the
dude.
Chris, and then
he gets the point.
Ghibli, of course.
Dude.
Yeah, but we hope to have these people as a guest eventually.
Alice said she's down.
Yeah, she would be awesome.
Dude, she's
definitely look forward to that.
I already got the name of the episode for us. It's gonna be great.
Can't wait to see it.
Oh shit, it'll be great, man. But alrighty then. What are we at right now? Like an hour?
Mine is showing an hour and 14.
Okay. Holy shit, dude. We keep on upping it up, dude. We keep on going up in the time. Holy shit.
Are you still live?
No, yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well.
But we'll sign off now then, I guess. Thanks everybody for tuning in, for listening to this.
I love you sons of bitches.
All right then.